The playoffs are here, and you can predict the action all the way to the finals with FanDuel Predicts. Predict the spread, the total points, and even the game-winning moments that make the playoffs. Sign up and get a $25 bonus with FanDuel Predicts.
Offered by FanDuel Prediction Markets, LLC, a registered futures commission merchant. 18-plus bonus is non-withdrawable and expires 7 days after receipt. Trading derivatives involves significant risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Manage your activity with their consumer protection tools. Restrictions apply. See terms at FanDuel.com/predicts/bonus-offer-terms.
The Dominic Carter Show
On the Red Apple Podcast Network.
And we are now less than 48 hours from the Israeli Day Parade, and we all know by now who is not going to be there, the socialist mayor of New York City. Dominic Carter here with you. The number to reach me on this Friday, 800-848-9222. The week that was, you had the anti-Semitism rally at Gracie Mansion against Mamdani this week. President Trump convening apparently the Situation Room meeting for a final determination on an Iran deal. And so much is up in the air about whether the nuclear dust, whether or not there's no nuclear condition in this agreement, whether or not the strait is reopened, and a lot at play here. But who knew? Former First Lady Jill Biden going scorched earth. I guess that's what happens when you're selling a book. But this time she's going scorched earth on Kamala. Apparently, Kamala Harris can be quite aggressive. So, President Biden had called, according to the former First Lady. Now, remember what she dropped earlier this week, right? What the former First Lady dropped earlier this week. Now, even though she's on video praising Biden after the debate with Trump, she says now that she feared that her husband was having a stroke in the middle of the debate. Now, and it was obvious she was never a fan of Kamala. And so she says that Kamala Harris acted like a courtroom prosecutor in her insistence that President Biden immediately endorse her for the 2024 Democratic nomination after he ended his bid for a second term. Now, of course, she demanded all of this right then, right on the spot, only to be slaughtered by President Trump in the general election and did not win a single battleground state. So in her book, which is due out in just a matter of a few days on June 2nd, View from the East Wing, Jill Biden recalls a conversation where the 46th president told his second in command that he was going to drop out. The first commander-in-chief not to seek re-election since Lyndon Johnson in 1968. And according to Jill Biden, Kamala said, "Oh my God, Joe, are you sure?" And then it got aggressive. So he said, apparently, according to the book, that he would wait until the next morning to make an endorsement. Kamala said, "I want it sooner." After the president said he would call her back when he figured it out, her response was, "Can you do it soon? Say in 20 minutes. Right? Now, why did she do this? She knew that Obama did not want her as a Democratic nominee. She knew that the Democrat Party did not want her as the Democratic nominee. So she needed to nail down that endorsement as soon as possible while President Biden was still pissed off. And sure enough, about 30 minutes later, he endorsed her. And that was the beginning of the end for Kamala, because we all know what happened. But my ire, if you will, I am still annoyed at your mayor, because he's not my mayor. And I consider myself a New Yorker, okay? I live in Rockland County, but I'm a New Yorker. Mamdani has the cojones. You know, he's supposed to represent all the people. I'm not coming to the Israeli Day Parade. My positions are very clear. Wow. And so the question that I have is, how long is Jessica Tisch going to be able to hold on as police commissioner? So one of the things that I was thinking about overnight is that she's really in a position, should she decide to do so, to run for mayor. She comes from the Tisch family, so money's not a problem. She could run for mayor. It's been talked about with a number of police commissioners, Bratton, Kelly, Ray Kelly, that they could have run for mayor. Police commissioners are often popular. And so the question becomes, how long can she hold on? Nobody in their right mind can work with this man, Mamdani. No one. No one. And so listen to the body language, right? Mamdani says he's not coming on Sunday. She says that she is, but check out the language. Proudly going to do so.
I don't believe that my presence as the mayor should determine whether or not a New Yorker is safe or secure. That is something we take incredibly seriously.
It's the mayor's decision not to march, and it is my decision to march proudly.
To march proudly. I'm telling you, Jessica Tisch could beat Mamdani in a primary. It wouldn't even be close. It would be a blowout. Complete blowout. But I don't know if she wants to go into politics. I don't know if she has the stomach for politics, right? We know Cuomo wants to run again. I don't even know, I've got to look into it under the charter, if Eric Adams could return as mayor, because, you can only serve 2 consecutive terms. So he did his 1 term, so he could run. I believe he could serve, I should say. But I've got to check all of that out. And I don't know if he wants to be the mayor. But I want you to listen to this Fox 5 News on Mamdani not being at the parade on Sunday.
So Mayor Zohran Mamdani is the first New York City mayor to not attend the Israel Day Parade in more than 60 years. But the mayor says despite his personal feelings about Israel, he's still going to make sure that the parade, the event itself, is safe and secure. Now, the mayor made this announcement standing next to his Jewish police commissioner, Jessica Tisch, who will be marching in the parade. The mayor said that there are no credible threats to the parade at this time, but Commissioner Tisch countered by emphasizing that the threat environment has never been higher, pointing to recent anti-Semitic attacks and threats against synagogues across the country. Tisch says that the NYPD has put together an extensive security plan, including the largest number of NYPD officers ever assigned to the event, heavy weapons teams, counterterrorism teams, canines, helicopters, drones, mounted units, hostile surveillance teams, and more. We asked the mayor about his decision to not attend the parade and asked the police commissioner if she's concerned that the mayor is not attending.
I said on the campaign trail that I wouldn't be attending the parade, and I've made my views on the Israeli government abundantly clear. I don't believe that my presence as the mayor should determine whether or not a New Yorker is safe or secure. That is something we take incredibly seriously.
It's the mayor's decision not to march, and it is my decision to march proudly.
Now, Mamdani has made it clear since the campaign trail that he does not support Israel's government and has been a vocal supporter of the Palestinian cause. He's also accused the Israeli government of committing genocide in Gaza, but the mayor has also worked to maintain that his stance on Israel is separate from his support for those of the Jewish faith. Earlier this month, Mamdani hosted an event at Gracie Mansion to celebrate Jewish Heritage Month, but did not display the Israeli flag like in years past. Jacob Kornblue, who is reporter for The Forward, a Jewish publication, explains that while the parade is focused on Israel, it also celebrates Jewish New Yorkers from across the city.
While you will see an Israeli delegation at the parade, most of the participants, the marchers, are young students of local high schools and of Jewish organizations. When the mayor gets elected on a platform that is pro-Palestinian and he says that he'll govern based on those beliefs and on that platform, that he will make good with that promise.
Now, dozens of elected officials are expected at the parade, including Governor Kathy Hochul and City Council Speaker Julie Menin. Now, also, former Mayor Eric Adams, he announced on social media that he'll also be there.
And Adams did post on social media about a 2-minute clip that he's going to be there. Folks, you already know that that Mamdani is an absolute disaster. But I am telling you, Jessica Tisch, if she wants to, could be the next mayor and the first woman mayor of New York City. Watching Fox News, I want you to listen to this on Mamdani. This is Bruce Pearl, who appeared with my colleague, Brian Kilmeade.
And for the first time ever, a mayor of New York City is not going to that parade. You're going. Do you think it matters that he is not going?
Of course it matters, Brian. And the question is, why is he not going? Is he going to march in the St. Patrick's Day parade? Is he going to march in a parade for Latinos or African Americans? Why the Jews? Because he says, look, it's not the Jews. I love my Jews. Okay, it's just Israel. All right, so what is it about Israel that you don't like? Okay, apartheid or genocide or things like that. All that stuff, not true. I got a question for the mayor.
It's not true, but he believes it.
No, but I got a question for the mayor. Mayor, if there was a Palestinian state, how many Jews would be allowed to be there? How many Jews right now live in Gaza? How many Jews right now live in Ramallah or in Jenin? In Palestinian, the answer is zero, Brian. Why? Because they'd be killed. How many Arabs live in Israel? Millions. There's no genocide. There is no apartheid. And they're selling this lie.
And they serve in office, too.
And they serve in office. And what's frustrating is when you have leaders like this, people believe them. And they believe the lie. And that's what's really had anti-Semitism and this criticism of Israel on the rise. And so I'm embarrassed by it. And I am proud to be an American. I'm proud to be a patriot. And I'm proud on Sunday to be celebrating Jews in New York. Right. The contributions that the Jewish community has made to the city, right, and celebrating our ancestral homeland.
It would not be the same city.
And let's go to your telephone calls on this Friday. Erica, line 5, Bayside, Queens. Erica, what's on your mind?
Well, I feel very strongly about Mamdani not coming to the parade. As a Holocaust survivor, I'm very happy that he's not coming. I would rather he does not come. Who needs him? We only need somebody who loves Israel and likes the Jews and cares about it. We're cheering for them. We're not cheering for Mamdani not to like us. So I feel very strongly about not having him there.
Hey, Erica, but it's disgusting. He's the mayor of all the people.
But as Jews and as Israelis, we don't really want him. He doesn't like us. He doesn't want to be associated with us. So why would we even think or beg or invite him? I think we should be too proud. Also, I have something here. Do you remember Sam Levinson, a stand-up comic? He wrote something very interesting. If I may just read it, it's only a minute.
It's got to be quick. I'm 25 seconds from a break.
Okay. It's a free world. You don't have to like Jews. But if you don't like us, suggest that you boycott all the certain Jewish products. Wassermann and test for syphilis digitalis, discovered by Dr. Nussbaum. Insulin, discovered by Minovsky. Chlorohydrate to convulsions, for convulsions, discovered by Dr. Liefrich. The Schick test for diphtheria. Vitamins, discovered by Dr. Ferg. Zetomycin, discovered by Dr. Voronan. Polio, by Sabin.
Okay, Erica, I'm sorry. I've gone 25 seconds over the break simply because of the respect for you, but I have to step in. I can't continue at this point. But thank you. Your point is well taken. I feel what you're saying. I disagree. I think that this idiot has a responsibility to be there. It is time for a break. We are coming right back.
The Dominic Carter Show. Entertaining and informative.
On the Red Apple Podcast Network.
And back to the phones we go. Line 5, Jerry in Levittown, New York. Jerry, what's on your mind?
Yes, if I'm correct, 33% of the Jewish people help support Mr. Mamdani. And I guess my question is, Governor, when you were in power, is there any way to get him out?
Right, Governor, right?
Less
Governor,
than
right?
8% of the vote.
So, Jerry, deliver that to Mr. 7%. One more time, Carlos.
Mr. 7%.
So every time you call and say governor, that's what you're going to hear. And go, you're nothing but a lackey. Go tell Mr. Sliwa I said hello. Can you do that? Oh, he's gone now. Every time you do that, you're going to hear Mr. 7%. We've been waiting for you to call.
7%.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm going to regret this. There are certain callers that they just follow me and they get me a little nervous. If I'm on at midnight, they call. If I'm on at 3 p.m., they call. If I'm on at noon, they call. If I'm on in the morning, they call. Walter in Baltimore, line 4. What's on your mind, Walter?
Hey, good afternoon. This is actually, I believe, the first time I'm calling in the afternoon. But I wanted to know about Mr. 7%.
So, okay, wait a minute. Why do you call me so much? Why don't you call? Are you and I dating and I don't know about it?
What you seem? No, I'm not going to get between you and Blaze. Don't worry about it.
Okay, so why do you call me all the time? Why don't you call another show?
I haven't called you all week. You just say that because that's all you got. But I want to.
Oh, that's all I got. So you don't call me on the midnight show.
Why do you call me so much? When was the last time I called you? Do you remember?
Well, you didn't call the last couple of days because you've been banned, Walter. I just don't get it. We're not dating. You're not my woman. I don't understand why you call me so much.
I am calling to ask you a question. Can I?
Yes, ask the question.
If I don't know Mr. Sliwa, I will take your word for it that he's a con man. But why did John Katzimatidis offer him his job back after he ran for mayor and kept him on for so many years? Were you conned too?
Hey, you know what, Walter? I want you to chew on this.
Dominic is done with you.
Stop calling me nut job. Stop calling me. I'm not going to get myself upset on a Friday. I'm not going to do it. I can't speak for the owners of this network, John Katzimatidis, Margot Katzimatidis. I'm an employee just like everybody else. I don't speak for them. Do you think I'm stupid? Oh, he asked me a question, and so I've got to answer it because he's trying to lay me down this trap, and he thinks I'm stupid enough to fall into his trap. Stop calling me like you're my woman. Stop following me. I'm not going to get myself upset. I'm not going to do it. I was about to go to Angela. I was about to go to Lamar and Macon, Georgia, Angela in Melville, New York. I was about to go to Judith in Brooklyn. But I've got to take a break. I'm not going to get upset. It's Friday. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004. It's Friday. 800-848-9222.
This episode is brought to you by Redfin. You're listening to a podcast, which means you're probably multitasking. Maybe even scrolling home listings on Redfin, saving homes without expecting to get them. But Redfin isn't just built for endless browsing. It's built to help you find and own a home. With agents who close twice as many deals, when you find the one, you've got a real shot at getting it. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
The Dominic Carter Show. Entertaining and informative.
On the Red Apple Podcast Network.
So I'm about to go to Angela on line 4 in just a second because I have a question for her. But before I do so, I'm looking at my Twitter at my ex, Liz Rosenblatt. Liz says, let's make this, and she capitalizes these words, very clear. This mayor is not, she capitalizes the word not the mayor of all New Yorkers. His actions have confirmed this until Bruce Blakeman is our new governor. She goes on to say, and removes this guy. New York City is not safe for us. And then she says, greetings from the beach on Naples, Florida. Wow. The beach in Naples. Wow. Well, I got to get down there one day and go to the beach in Naples, Florida. As long as it's the beach and not a lake where the alligators are. Debbie Lebedo says, Dominic, I'd like to see what people would say if the mayor refused to march in the Black Lives Matter parade. This is racist no matter how you twist and turn it. 1,000%. I agree with you, Debbie. To all of us, we've got to get down to Florida, and we have to visit the beach with Liz. All of us together, right? Let's go to Angela, line 4, Melville, New York. Angela, what's on your mind?
Dominic, thank you for your wonderful work and talking to the people in the proper way. I think Mamdani is a disgrace. He's a racist. He discriminates against people, and he smiles saying that he represents all of New York when he apparently does not. Socialism is not something we like in America, and what he's doing with Mr. Griffith and losing the tax base is going to affect everyone. I live on Long Island, and I know that the loss of taxes in New York City means that we will be paying more taxes to bail them out. And him and the other one in Albany are not representing the people in any republic way.
Hey, but wait, Angela, I like that. You just referred to Governor Hochul as, quote, the other one. Is that what we're going to call her now, the other one?
Yeah, she is the other one, because she could certainly stop this. I'm hoping that her actions will push Bruce Blakeman into the governorship, which hopefully will turn this state around. We're bleeding people, and it's a beautiful place to live. We all have families and jobs that we want to stay here. And this man is so anti as far as representing the Americans. In 5 months, he's done more damage than Biden did in 4 years. He sure has. He sure has, Angela. Thank you for the great call. Before I go to Judith in Brooklyn, because I'm going to ask my question of Judith instead. Let's go to Lamar, line 5, Macon, Georgia. Lamar, what's on your mind?
Good afternoon, sir. In the words of that great man from Barnwell, South Carolina, and that #1 song he had, we talking about the Godfather of Soul, Brother James Brown. Please, 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 Mr. Dominic, cease and desist from mentioning the name of that man who had the audacity to say that America was never great, who had the audacity to say that our brave federal agents were thugs he was going to throw in jail. Cease and desist from advocating that man to be mayor of your great city. Thank you, Mr. Dominic.
Okay, Lamar, thank you. I don't know where you're getting this from, but thank you. Okay, thank you. All right, so, and I hate to burst your bubble and others' bubble, but I take Cuomo any day over Mamdani. Any day. On Cuomo's worst day, I take him over Mamdani. And he may be your next mayor. He's laying in the cut. Adams is laying in the cut. You know, I'm under the assumption that Adams served 2 terms. No, he did not. So he could run again. I don't know if the electorate would like to see him run again, but he could. He could. And also, the name that comes out of nowhere that could blow everybody out is Jessica Tisch. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be the ultimate payback for Mamdani? If the police commissioner said, I'm going to cut your throat politically, and I'm going to be the one to be the next mayor. I'm going to be the first woman mayor of New York City. Judith in Brooklyn, I have a question for you. Judith, are you with me?
I'm definitely with you.
Okay, so here's the question I have for you, Judith. I want you to tell me. I want you to explain to me. I want you to tell me, because inquiring minds want to know. Why is it that these nuts follow me, whether I'm on in the afternoon, whether I'm on at night side? Why don't they just call other shows? Why do these nuts zero in on me? Why is that, Judith?
Because you're so much fun.
So if I'm mean to them, they'll stop?
Dominic, you are.
So if I'm mean to them, they'll stop?
Dominic, hello?
Hey, Judith, it's Friday. I'm here, Judith. I am not getting myself upset. It is Friday. I just don't understand why the Walters in Baltimore and the nuts, why do they gravitate towards me?
Told you because you're so much fun. But let me tell you what I'm calling about. All right.
Okay.
Number one, you want to go away from alligators and you want to go to the beach and jump around with the sharks.
But I'm not a beach person. I'm not. I don't like the direct sunlight. And hey, wait, Judith. Carlos needs to tell the truth and admit that he punched me in my eye, and that's why I got this big bump on my eye, and that's why I got a swollen eye and look like I got a black eye. And yes, a black guy can have a black eye. I've got a semi-black eye. Carlos should tell the truth, Judith. I'm only joking, Carlos. He's holding his head down. I'm only joking. He didn't punch me. He got mad. I said, listen, we need these segments. This. He said, I can't take it no more. Boom! And hit me in the eye. I'm joking, Judith. Go ahead. But I still have this huge pimple, and it looks horrible.
What did you say to Marilyn?
Marilyn's been running around buying me Noxema, whatever she's been buying. None of this stuff is working. My eye is as big as ever. I'm getting an award. Well, that's 17 days from now from the Conservative Party of New York State. I'm looking forward to that. But I'm not going anywhere if my eye still looks like this, Judith. Anyway, let's get to your point.
Oh, here's my point. Mamdani, I call him the smiley worst nightmare. That one, mister. If he would go to the parade, okay, number one, he would be booed and jeered like you can't imagine. Number two, this is serious. He would probably be executed. Don't laugh. Because going to that parade means he's now recognizing that Israel has a right to exist. If he does that with his radical Islamist crazy terrorists, I'm telling you now, that's what they might do. He's putting himself at risk, believe it or not. Believe it or not. I really believe that.
That if he showed up, but wait, one more time. He's putting himself at risk by doing what?
If he marches in the Israeli parade, that means it looks as though he is recognizing Israel's right to exist. And his buddies over there, these radical people, the guys that in 9/11 were jumping around for joy when they saw 9/11 in New Jersey, these are the kind of crazy people, they will put a fatwa on him, a hit on him. Seriously. Because he is in a group of people that they do not recognize Israel's right to exist. That's the charter for Hamas. That's the PLO charter. This is who they are. Muslim Brotherhood is all part of it. Radical stuff. This is what it is. And he's not, even if he wanted to, he's putting his life in jeopardy. Absolutely.
Well,
do you remember Saddam?
Wait, Judith. Hold on one second. So there are enough plainclothes cops around Mamdani and his anti-Semitic wife. It'd be very hard to, and we don't want that against the mayor of New York City or anybody else. It would be very hard to attempt to take his life. Very hard. There are a lot of cops, and what they do to the NYPD, whatever way the mayor is dressed for that occasion, that's the way they dress to fit in. So you don't even know. Some of them you know via the suit that they have on, but you don't even know who are the undercovers assigned to protect him. It will be very hard to get close to him.
Yeah, but Dominic, it doesn't have to be right there then. It could be who knows when. Listen, I want to tell you something. I do not agree with killing anybody. Absolutely not, Absolutely not. Because, honestly.
And I agree with you.
I think this 34-year-old, I feel sorry for him because he has been taught a pack. Yeah, because he was taught a pack of lies from when he was born with those two crazy parents of his, where his father believes in suicide bombers, that's okay. This is how he's brought up. His mother's this racist mother. She's anti-white. She's anti-Jewish for sure. And this is how he was raised, And he hung around with all these people, and they lie. There were so many lies. He never went to Israel. I would like this mayor to go to Israel, but then again, he'll risk his life. And just see how really Israel is totally different from what they're being told. They're being told a pack of lies. And you know what? When you start repeating lies and lies and lies, and then you don't know what's true and what's lies, the confusion is unreal. All of us are being lied to. Forget Mamdani. When they have the collusion, what's it called? The Russian collusion for interviews. That was full of lies. To this day, people are confused what's true, what's lies. There's so much confusion between what is true and what lies anymore. And as far as back to Israel, Israel's not apartheid. You've been there. They've got 2 million Arabs. They're all in the most. They're very educated, by the way. They're very happy to be there.
Very educated, very positive things about Israel. One of the best things. I get it. When Mayor Adams said that he could see himself possibly retiring in Israel, I say the same thing. It's a beautiful country. The only thing that's kind of messed up is you feel bad for the Israeli people with how they have to live because of terrorism each and every day. How their guard has to be up because they're good-hearted people and they let others come into their country, and sometimes the devil is standing there right next to you. Hey, Judith, thank you for the call. Let's go to Sandra in New Jersey. Sandra, what's on your mind?
Oh, that was a great call with Judith, But I feel with Mamdani, by him not going to the parade, and I understand how Sid doesn't want him there. A lot of people don't want him there. Who needs him? But by him not being there, my concern is that it's going to encourage the bad or the people that don't like us to get out of control because he's subliminally saying, you people are horrible. And then he's kind of giving permission, perhaps, to troublemakers to make a problem. So by him being there where he should be, because he's a mayor and he represents all of us, whether he likes us or not, by not being there concerns me that maybe other people might get hurt. Maybe not him, but people who are good people might get hurt because he's giving permission in a very subtle, kind of lying way that we don't like you, poo, do whatever you have to do. That's how I feel.
Well, I don't know if he's doing it in an underlying way. I think he's out in full force in terms of, and what I'm thinking about, Sandra, right? His wife. So when they're courting each other, do they sit down and do they talk about anti-Semitism and go, oh, I agree with you? I mean, how is it that they have a parent like mind in terms of hatred of Israel? How does that happen? I mean, is it pillow talk?
I always visualize them, I said this before, in bed at night, talking about how they hate the Jewish people. And I think they love talking about that, and maybe they have good sex after that for all we know. Who knows? But I know that they're in bed
Wait
at
a
night
minute. Did I just hear you correctly, Sandra? Did I hear you correctly? You said maybe they have what?
Sex.
You said they have good sex. Is that what you said?
Maybe that.
Come on, Sandra. Look at his wife and look at Mamdani. Look at his wife and look at Mamdani. And you said good sex? Is that what you said? They have good sex?
Men put blinders on their eyes oftentimes when they're having sex with someone. They don't care what you look like as long as they get what they want. Right? Isn't that true? Right?
You're so cute, Sandra. You see how you clean that up? Men put blinders on as long as they get what they want. A man saying the same exact thing of what you just said, there would be an entirely different conversation. But no, she didn't. Thank you for the call, Sandra. Sandra just mentioned sex, S-E-X, with Mamdani and his anti-Semitic wife. I don't think so. Something is rotten in Denmark when it comes to that lady. I'm sorry. Okay, I can't say what I really want to say. That's the cleaned up radio version. Something is rotten in Denmark when it comes to Mamdani's wife. It is time for a break. We are coming right back.
Picture this. Me, Reese Witherspoon, in London, ordering fish and chips so often they might start wrapping me in paper. I'm traveling with my Wells Fargo Autograph Journey card, so I earn rewards wherever I book travel. 5 times points with hotels, 4 times with airlines, 3 times on restaurants and other travel, and 1 point on other purchases. Imagine getting rewarded for eating a toad in the hole. Wait, what is a toad in a hole?
Visit wellsfargo.com/autograph journey. Terms apply.
The Dominic Carter Show. Entertaining and informative.
On the Red Apple Podcast Network.
The Tunnel to Towers Foundation final thoughts of the day. I'm looking at my Instagram. Linda, I'll just say Linda, I won't say her last name. Linda says, and I am quoting, she says, I call Mom Dummy's wife the devil wears intifada. Ooh, that's pretty good there. That's pretty good. I'm just going to say, as it relates to the mayor's wife, this is all I can say, folks. It's Friday. I'm not getting upset. The moment that I'm done, my mind is at another place right now. What's that song? I'm easy like Sunday morning. That's me right now, as much as I can ever be easy. I'm going to go, if for just 24 hours, I'm going to Newport, Rhode Island, and I'm going to just relax. Woosah. Just relax. Come back and get ready to cover Mamdani not being at the parade on Sunday. Disgusting. Let's go to Jim, line 5, Oakland, New Jersey. Jim, what's on your mind?
Dominic, I want to convince you how much you would love Naples, Florida.
Really?
Everybody goes down to at the end of the night, everybody goes down there to the beach with their bottles of wine to watch the sunset. They have a beautiful boardwalk. Gorgeous. It's the Gulf of America. It's like your tropical water. It's the most beautiful place you've ever seen.
Hey, but Jim, I have a question for you. I have two questions. Is Naples like what happens in Naples stays in Naples? Is it like that type of place?
No.
No.
Place.
Beautiful place. Okay. And then my second question, would I have to look at any illegals while I'm there?
No. I wouldn't believe so.
No. That's my type of place. Now, I don't know exactly. Okay, I know Miami. I know Fort Lauderdale. Where's Naples in relation to that?
America. Right on there. Beautiful. The other side.
Wait, don't they? Well, wait a minute, Jim. Oh, you had me until I thought about it. I just thought about it, Jim. I just thought about it. What about all those videos online lately of the alligator going into the supermarket? The alligators. What about that, Jim?
I didn't see any alligators when I was there the few times that I've been. Not in Naples, anyway. Other places, yes, but the whole area is beautiful. You have
So I got to get to Naples, huh, Jim? I got to get there?
Got to try it. You really do.
Okay,
Beautiful
I
place.
promise I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it. I'm not really a beach person, but I'm going to go to Newport. The moment that I'm done today, I'm going to sit in traffic for 12 hours. I'm only joking. To get to Newport, to be back to cover Mamdani. Thank you, Jim, for the call. Let's go to Glenn, also in New Jersey, line 2. What's on your mind, Glenn?
Yeah, Dominic, I'm curious. With something as serious as your eye, and I don't know where this bump is located, but I believe you should go either to a dermatologist or an ophthalmologist. Why don't you do that and stop listening to people on the radio?
And stop. Don't listen to people on the radio? I thought I'm supposed to listen. I thought that's my job, Glenn.
No, you got a problem with your eye.
No, it's over my eye. Carlos punched me in my eye because he didn't like, I'm only joking, Carlos. He didn't like the assignment for the day. But yes, I'm getting all these tips and I got this big bump on my eye and my wife is running all over, going to places, buying stuff, and it's not working. And I slept with this Neutrogena, whatever patch, and that didn't work. I woke up and the bump was bigger. So I hear you, Glenn. Oh. That's how we going out, Carlos? That's how I like that. I like that. I'm easy, folks, on this Friday, just like Sunday morning. Newport, Rhode Island, here I come. Folks, never forget, that's the commitment America made on 9/11. You can honor it by donating $11 a month to Tunnel to Towers and amplify your impact with a car or land donation. Go to T2T.org, T.org. We got to go out with this. Ooh, that's why I'm easy.